Hello and welcome. This is Japan, and this is a new year. So I figured I was gonna go through all of my stuff on Steam and look at all the wish list stuff that's supposed to be out maybe this year, and then let's see how hyped I am for it because some of it is guaranteed to maybe come out this year, some of it is not so much. So yeah. Let's just start right off the bat. We have Carnival Hunt here. It is supposed to be a game similar to Dead by Daylight. We play as like little rabbits and get chased by killers and stuff. I was super hyped when I first saw this game, but then I think it's been way too long. I think I've had this on my thing for at least a year, and I'm just not very hyped for it anymore because we've seen all of these asymmetrical horror games go by and fail and not get picked up or not enough people play it. So I'm going to put this in D and probably take it off my wish list after this if I remember. So yeah, I'm not very hyped. I don't think it's going to even come out this year. We've had no information, so until we get that, I my hype is super low and my super want to go to it is very 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 to the bottom. Next up, we have Road Diner Simulator. It's made by the people who made Gas Station Simulator. They have this and a Motel Simulator coming out. I'm not sure which one came first, or it's coming out first, so I'm gonna put both. I only put one on here. Overall, I'm pretty hyped for it. I love simulator games. If you see the channel, especially if you watch the live streams, it's one of the biggest genres I play, and I absolutely love them. I love Gas Station Simulator. I am super pumped. It probably would be higher if I had a release date, but I don't have one, so that kind of blows. So, yeah, we're going to put it up there in B. So next up, we have a RV simulator. I think it's like camper simulator, or something like that, where you decorate the inner side of a camper. This is another one that I've had on my wish list for a while and still like no date. So I've become less and less pumped for it. So I'm gonna put it in C. I probably still pick it up if the price is right, but I'm not super like gotta play this. Next up, we have Kingsmaker, which is like a medieval game where you can summon in cars and stuff from the future to fight hordes of just armored clad guys. I saw this video. It came out like when Helldivers was a big, and I was like, this is one of the games I'm most hyped for. Now, it didn't say it was supposed to come out until this year, and it finally did say it's this year. I think it said around the second quarter, so I'm a little pumped for it, but because I don't have a date yet and we have not seen any more gameplay, I'm going to put it in A. It would have definitely been an S tier when I first thought about it and first wanted to play it, but I think I'm putting it in A because I have this weird problem that I feel that it's not going to come out until the end of next year. Another game is where I'm not exactly remembering the game's name exactly because it's cut off. It's essentially where Japan has taken over part of the America, I'm guessing during World War II, and so it has like this like different vibe to it, and you kind of travel around. It seemed like a really fucking pumped game. The problem is, it's been on my wish list for a year now. We've had nothing about it, so I'm gonna put it in C because unlike some of the other ones, I'm still willing to wait for this game, but I am absolutely just kind of lost for words because we don't know when it's coming out. Next up, we have a convenience store game that's set in Japan. Obviously, like that vibe is really cool, and I'm really pumped for this type of game. Again, no release date for this year. It says it's 2025, but I don't think we have any type of release. I'm gonna put it a little bit higher because I'm still really pumped, and I'm not like completely disappointed because it's not like been and waiting, but I still really want to play it. And then we play, what is it, 30 days on a cargo ship. I don't know exactly the name of it. You spend 30 days on a cargo ship going from different cargo carriers and searching what they have inside of it to see if you can survive. The premise sounds really cool. I'm not sure exactly how much like play value altogether it has because it's one of those games where I think like there could be some really cool things, but it might get repetitive. I'm going to put it in B. I'm still pretty pumped for it. It did seem like it was supposed to come out this year, but we'll see. Then we got another like island simulator slash whatchamacallit, like farming life sim. I had this on my wish list for a while, and it's definitely supposed to come out this year. I think it has a release date. I've just gotten less and less pumped about all of these ones because there's so many now farming sims that I probably will pass on it unless it's a really good price. Next up, we have Wild Assault, which was like a furry battle royale game. I do remember the beta of this. I didn't get a chance to play it. It seemed interesting. If it's free, I will definitely be playing it. If it's not free, I couldn't care less. Then I'm not gonna spend money on it. Just for the any game that's free, I almost always play because it's just interesting to see the mechanics and stuff, especially battle royales or shooting games. I'm not sure exactly if it's just battle royale. I'll put it in B. Still pretty psyched for it, but it doesn't have a release date, and I'm not really up in the know of it. Next up, we have is backyard football. I love the backyard games. I got backyard baseball when it first came out. I haven't played it, so I guess there's that. Soccer just came out, which is also another one I played a lot, but football is the one I played the most and what I was most pumped for. I'm gonna put it in B because I'm pumped for it, but knowing that I haven't played baseball yet, I don't know when I'll get to it, so I don't want to put it higher. Next up is My Little Bookshop. Overall, just looks like a really cute, cozy game where you can make a little mini bookshop, and I don't really know much else. I don't know if people can come in there and buy stuff or rent stuff out, so I'm kind of interested to kind of see a little gameplay. I'll put it in C. Still kind of pumped for it, but don't really have like it doesn't have a timetable of when it's coming out, and also it's like one of those games that it has to be the right price. That pricing is really important in gaming. Like obviously people are all over the place on certain stuff. But this one for sure is one of those games that like if it's too expensive, it won't be, um, will be one up there. Next up, we have Weed Shop Simulator 4. I've played so much of 3. They announced the fourth one. I don't think we have really a release date or even if it's coming out this year. I'll trust the process, though. I am still pumped for it, even if it doesn't come out this year, because 3 was so good. So I'll put it up in A. There's a good possibility it doesn't come out, so I wouldn't be as pumped, but I'll put A. And then we have our first big major game that everybody else will probably know. The problem with the other ones, a lot of these are probably what is on a lot of people's list. I have a curated sense of games sometimes. So this is one that I think a lot of people have, which is Monster Hunter Wilds. Again, if it's like multiplayer and there's a lot of multiplayer progression, it's probably higher on my list because I like playing with friends. Overall, Monster Hunter series is it's a very solid franchise, so I'm gonna put it up in A. I am still pretty pumped for it. Maybe humped also, I don't know, but we'll see how it goes when it gets released, because you never know when it first gets released how the bugs are and stuff. And then it has that window, like if you're streaming it, you really want to get in there right away, but you also don't want to spend a bunch of money on crap, so it'll be kind of weird. If it's one of those that goes on the Xbox right away, we have a different story, but I guess we'll see. Next up, we have Headliners, which is basically a like lethal company content warning, more content warning of all type of game where you go around trying to catch whatever entities or ghosts. I didn't get to play the beta. I opted in, but I ran out of time to play it. But you go around taking pictures and videos, and the best way you do without dying and stuff. This is S tier for me because content warning, lethal are just amazing, fun games. So I can already imagine this is going to be great. So S tier for me for sure. Next up, we have the Life Sim game. I don't really know how to pronounce it. It's IZOI. I've played the character creator. It looks really good. I'm kind of concerned that it looks so good and we haven't got that much information about it. I'm going to put it in C. I feel like it's right there. I mean, I definitely want to see how much it is and see what the price tag is before I pull the trigger on it. But I'm kind of pumped to see it. Next up is Chocolate Factory Simulator. This one's a weird one for me because I have requested a play test of it. So if I get the play test, I definitely am going to be playing it. Depending again on the price when it comes out, is if I'm going to pull the trigger on it. If it's in the right price range and in the right thing from what the pictures and videos I've seen on it, it looks like fun. I like those type of simulator games, like I said before, and I like creating stuff. I don't know if you'll be able to open up a shop, so that part would also add up. If I can make the chocolate and sell the chocolate, you got me. So that part I'm going to reserve the right because I actually don't know if you can make the shop. I'm going to put it in A. It's so close to S. I just wouldn't put it in A because I still don't know 100% all the other details about it. So there's that. Next up is Little Nightmares 3. I think this is probably one of the biggest games of the year. It's going to be co-op, so I definitely want to pick it up. So I'm definitely buying it no matter what. I have not played 1 or 2. I've only watched my partner play 1 or 2. Shout out to Scarleton Atlas. They're always in like my like things. So if you see them, follow them. They've played both 1 and 2. They're a good streamer and YouTuber, but I'm I'm a little biased there. But this one definitely will be one that I want to play with them, and I think overall I'm going to definitely put this in S because I think it's definitely going to be a game I buy right away. Next up is the Elden Ring DLC or standalone game that's multiplayer. I've never played Elden Ring, but I do like the premise of it. Like, and the Soul-like games I think are pretty interesting because I'm very bad at them, so there's content there. In this case, I do believe I do want it because it's multiplayer. The only issue is that there's no duos, it's only trios. It's either solo or trios. Kind of think that kind of puts me on a little bit of a a ledge because I don't know if anybody else is going to get it. I still put it up in S because I think it's going to be overall pretty fun. I also want to see the price. If it's a $60 price tag, I might be a little. I might buy it, but it might be a while. I may have to wait until it goes. Next up is Permafrost. It's like a survivor game that you're out in the winter and the cold and the tundra. I like the premise, like where I like cold environments, trying to figure it out, and we're having those type of things. So I definitely will like it. The only thing is, depending on the multiplayer, how well it is, and the price, I'm gonna put it in A because that's kind of where it goes. Next up is Subnautica 2. I've never played Subnautica 1. I've heard nothing but good things about it. I've always suggested to play it. I'll definitely be playing Subnautica this year so I can get ready for Subnautica 2. I'm putting this in S tier because it's multiplayer. I'm absolutely wanting to pull the trigger and get this. Next up, we have Fragpunk, similar hero shooter game that we've seen so many of. I'm going to be honest, if it's free, I'll download it, play it. I have a feeling because it's the whole premise of it is that you'll have cards that you'll be able to draw that changes the game. I love that idea, but I have a feeling if it's popular and works, other games will copy it, and if it's not popular and doesn't work, the game will lose its player base right away. And I have a feeling that's going to be kind of more of the problem. I will definitely put it in B. I'm definitely going to play it if it's free. If it costs even $5, it is not going to be a thing. This one was supposed to be Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I don't know why it did Endless Alice, which is also another game that's coming out, but that one isn't on my tier list. So treat this as Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I'm a big Sanrio person. My partner is big into cinnamon roll and just loves everything Sanrio. So this is absolutely S tier for me. So no really thing. And luckily that one comes out at the end of the month. We have a release date. So I'm happy about that. Then we have Assassin's Creed Shadows. I've played very limited Assassin's Creed. This one definitely intrigued me the most because I like the setting. I do believe that I might take a look at it. The problem is the price is going to be pretty high up there, so I'm kind of pumped for it, but it's going to have to be a really good game. So I'll put it in B. I think B is kind of the best way of putting it, is being like, I'm just waiting for it to come out before I pull the trigger. This is another game. I can believe the space on the name. It's like a Stardew Valley, but like set in Japan with like spirits and stuff. I've had it on my thing for like a year and a half now. I have a feeling it's not going to come out, so I'm gonna put it in D. I'll be pleasantly surprised if it comes out this year, and I'll probably pick it up if it's the right price. But I have a feeling it's not coming out, so it's going in D. Next up, we have Haunted Home or a Haunted Hotel Simulator. There's two of them that are similar. One where you're a vampire doing stuff, and then there's this one. I think that is just a normal one where you're trying to make it look nice, even though it's a haunted hotel. Yeah, I think that's a pretty cool premise. Again, no release date, so I'm a little less pumped, and I'll put it in C. Tell me what you guys are thinking. I'm probably missing like a huge game that's supposed to come out this year. I'm gonna be honest, I'm one of those people that play the middle of the road games. I do like the big heavy hitters, but sometimes they're not always the best. So yeah, tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you guys are pumped for, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.